Petty cash questions. So we have a petty cash book here, debit side of the petty cash book, credit side of the petty cash book, some transactions to post into our petty cash book. Within any question, you must always have a look and see what the sales tax position is. So we've got this one here. Some things will have VAT in it, some things won't have VAT in it. At the end of it, then we'll total the two sides of the petty cash book and see what we need to transfer to or from the bank here, which we'll put in on this row here. And then we'll produce the journals from the petty cash book that we're going to post into our general ledger. So if you just pause now and you must have a go yourself in there though, and then what I'll do is I'll go and do it as well at the same time. So Janice asked you to buy some pens from the front desk for £4.80, so that is stationery sales, 4 and 0.8, a total of 4.8. Emily Thorne bought the office tea and coffee, so that was not vatable. Just note here that we're putting the 6 in the amounts in the totals and also as well in the amounts that we're going to have in the supplementary columns. So Abigail represents travel expenses, so it's travel expenses and that wasn't vatable. 0.6, and that goes in the total as well. The reason why we have it in the totals as well is so that we can not only work out the bank check to and from the bank as well, and what's going to be in the petty cash tin, but it's a good check as well. For instance, we buy some pens from the front desk. We purchase of pens, that was vatable, so £1 into the sales and 20p into the VAT. Then Smiley bought some office tea for £4. Tea and coffee for £4, so £4 there, and £4 into the total. Paul May provides a petty cash slip for biscuits and cakes, and biscuits and cakes in this question is vatable, so that will be vatable VAT on that, and we'll put about 60 on there. Lewis Kinder refilled the stationery cupboard for purchases of 24, and stationery is vatable in this one, so 24 divided by 1.2. 20, so £4 worth of that. Janet Askew makes a tip towards their makes payments towards their student trip, so debit, petty cash, credit, student trip, 39. And so that's our entries in there. Let's actually fill up as well also all of the total figures. Yeah, the 24 in there as well. And our 39 here. 20 there. Got all of our totals. Yeah, let's just check that. Yeah. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add up columns in our petty cash book and include the balance brought forward, the £150 in the petty cash brought forward. So we're going to add all of those up and do the same on the credit side. Yeah, and then let's see what we need to put the actual balances in this petty cash tin. Okay, so it's £141.80. So the questions often sort of say how much do you need to be transferred to or from the bank to make it up to the best figure of 150. So in this point it's £8.20 we'll have to put in from the bank. So debit petty cash £8.20, credit bank £8.20. Okay, right, and that's got us to our figure now. £203. Excellent. I'm not sure why this is coming up with the conditional format in red, because that's perfectly correct. And then stationery sales now. So we've got debit petty cash, credit stationery sales £5, and then VAT we've got a debit VAT and a credit VAT, so it's going to be overall debit £4.60. Student trips credit £39. In travel, debit £9.60. Biscuits and cakes, £8. Tea and coffee is 20. Stationery purchase goes to 10. Stationery purchases was 20. And our bank was £8.20, wasn't it? Credit. So that's the journal here. So what you can see is the debit side of the petty cash book is the credit of these accounts here, debit petty cash, those amounts, and then on the credit side it is debit with these general ledger accounts, credit petty cash. Yeah, and we add that journal to just check and make sure that it's the same on both sides, so they're not producing any journals that make our trial balance not balance. There we go, so our journal is correct. Our amounts has been brought back up to 150. Yeah, and that's the end of this question. So what you can see here is that there's lots of checks, in terms of putting the totals in here and the totals in here and the totaling the columns up like that. So in an exam situation where you sort of, your tutor might tell you, check your question, what actually does check the question mean? And check the question actually means create a structure and use a technique that means that you'll get the right answer. It doesn't mean check it and redo the question, because all you're doing really is just doing the exam twice or 2 or 3 times really. Check the question means produce this kind of structure here with these columns, totals, so you can check, does the total of this equal the total of that? That is checking your question, checking your answer. Does the total of this equal that? That plus the 150, that's checking your answer there. Does your journal add up? And does it all work? And it's the same thing, that's checking your answer. Hopefully that was helpful for you, and also you can see the sort of the approach in terms of how we do these things in accounting, that we have these various fail safes here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 fail safes in this thing here to check the answer. So hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.